This is our first ever podcast. My name's Ricky.
Hi guys, my name is Trista.
And this is
The
Sparxx, a podcast.
That's not going to be a thing.
Why? It could be.
It could be.
This is just a podcast that we have been talking about for a while. I think Trista had said...
So Ricky is like this entrepreneur and has a million different things that he wants to do.
Yes, this is...
And we were talking one day, as we do every day.
Every day.
And he mentioned a podcast. And I was like, bro, I've always wanted a podcast.
That part.
Always. Secretly. I mean, that's not something... Hi, I'm Trista. I want a podcast. But like, secretly, I love podcasts. Listen to them all the time.
Same.
And I don't know how we ended up making this happen, but...
We literally went from talking about it as an idea to...
doing it.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. We picked the name The Sparxx because we've been friends for like a really long time. 8 years?
Yeah.
8 years, right?
It's been about 8 years, if not longer.
And every time we hang out, it's literally just a great time. We literally vibe off of each other's energies, and it's Sparxx. Like, we have been friends for that long, and even when as soon as we met,
yeah. So when we met, I was 18, and we met at a restaurant. We were both serving at the time, and it was just like instant friendship. We didn't even really have to try. We were just gravitated towards each other.
And it's been nonstop since. So that's where the Sparxx came from, you know? I'm sure you guys can all relate. You have that one work friend where when you know they're working that day, it's going to be a good day.
And when they're not working, you're like, oh, should I just call off?
I don't even want to be
What's
here that
the
day.
point?
Right. Are we going to call off together? Am I calling off today?
Yes.
I feel like we did that a few times, honestly.
We probably did.
Ooh.
We have so many stories to share with you guys.
And that's what this podcast, is going to be about.
We're doing it mostly for ourselves, and we just hope that you guys enjoy it and go along with us and like and subscribe and follow our journey. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes to come.
A lot.
We're still figuring things out. So
be patient with us.
Thanks for being patient.
I'm really nervous.
Yeah, can you guys
tell? Like, how am I such a social butterfly, like, in person, but on a camera, I'm like...
No, it's nerve-wracking, especially if you've never done it before.
We really suggest that you guys try new things. Like we said, we went from just talking about this, like, a few times to
making it happen.
Making it happen. Like, you know what? Let's just invest some money into what we want to do. And here we are, and I'm having a lot of fun.
And it's honestly, at the end of the day, hanging out with my friend and sharing a new experience. And if this goes nowhere, then at least we have something that we can do together. But we're really hoping this pops off, and I don't know, you guys enjoy this part of our lives with us. That
part. A lot of you guys who are viewing from back home, where we're both from, actually, you know, where we met is in
Yuma.
In Yuma, yeah, Arizona, a super small town. We did a lot of mischievous stuff back then.
We'll definitely have to get into those really embarrassing stories later. But Yuma, if you are watching and you're not from Yuma, I guess I can explain a little bit about the town. But it's a small border town. It's like 10-15 minutes from Mexico. And we have a lot of crazy stories about Mexico too. But, you know, you drive 2 miles. You drive 2 hours one way and you get to Phoenix, and then you drive 2 hours the next way and you get to San Diego. So it's just this little pit stop. I feel it's like a little pit stop, but it's growing.
A great descriptive.
It's definitely growing.
Yeah.
And we still love it. I mean, no negativity towards Yuma, because our friends and family still live there.
Right.
That's our heart. That's our home.
That's
it always will be.
All the memories, all the friends, all the family. Yuma's that town where it's like, when you're growing up, right, before you're like an official adult, I guess, right? That's what we are now.
It's so hard to like admit that we're in our mid-20s.
Literally.
Or
so,
I guess in your...
We're not going to tell you our age. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that. But Yuma was nice growing up in because everyone was really close to each other. You know, there's limited things to do, but because you do them with the people that you care about, those are the memories that you keep with you. So
the one thing I will say, though, I guess 2 things, is that it's extremely hot. You get used to it, though.
You do.
At some point, I guess. You just
like
learn never to go outside when it's 120 degrees, you know? And the second point is that you go to Walmart in Yuma and you literally see your second grade teacher, your cousin, like your ex-boyfriend, your grandma.
Yes.
Like, everybody you know is at Walmart.
And then everyone just like unanimously decides that they're just not going to say hi to each other, right? Because they're like, I'm at Walmart. Yeah. I'm not going to say hi to anyone.
Looking not cute in your PJs.
Literally in your Crocs.
He doesn't even own a pair of Crocs. He always gives me crap about owning
I refuse.
Crocs.
They look cute on everyone else but me.
But, you know, we both lived there pretty much our entire lives. And now we live in California. I live in Sacramento and he lives in the Bay Area.
Yep.
So, you know, we can talk a little bit about our transition to California, what we're up to now.
What it's been like, right? Taking that leap.
Yeah, it was hard.
It's a big leap, honestly.
Well, I moved to Sacramento about 3 years ago. 3 years ago this summer. And
already?
Yeah.
That flew by.
Crazy. But, you know, I've never really got into why we ended up moving. I think a lot of people have no idea why I moved. It was just kind of this spur of the moment thing. Random. We literally moved in like 2 weeks. It was like, we're gone, bye.
She was like, we're leaving, we're moving. And I'm like, where?
But I had a vacation at the time where I was working, and John and I decided to take a weeks-long road trip to California. So we ended up going to Disneyland, San Francisco, Sacramento, San Bernardino, went to a concert, Yosemite, like just spent the entire week traveling.
Yes.
We got back to Yuma, and I looked at him one day and was just like, is this it? Are we going to be in Yuma our whole lives? You know,
that's the question.
What's the plan? At that point, John and I had been together almost 3 years, and I was just ready for a new chapter. I think he was too. So we both applied to different places, and we ended up getting jobs, and we were like, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to give it 6 months. If we don't like it, we'll just come home.
Yes.
And now it's been 3 years, and we are happy. We are thriving.
And we're all so proud of them for doing that. Yes.
I still, of course, miss home, but I don't know if I could ever go back, just because I finally feel like I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm away from my family, and I finally know who I am. I'm more independent. I know.
That resonates so much.
It was a crazy ride, and it was not easy at all, but it was definitely worth it.
You're literally speaking the truth. Like, everything she's saying is true. If you have not left, like, your hometown, please give it a try. Like, just take that leap. Mm-hmm. I love her story. You know, like, I think we all want to watch our friends succeed and branch out and spread their wings. And I take great pride in actually saying, like, you know what, I took a lot from her book. And I was like, you know, if they can do it, you know, some other friends back home can do it. What's stopping me? You know? So, my story's a little different. I don't know. I've only been here 4 months. 5 months? Something like that. But I'm loving it so far. I'm really glad that I have Trista over here. I gotta kind of to backtrack a little bit. I just got a job offer, and at the moment I was like, what's stopping me?
Yeah.
Let's take it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the best decision I've ever made. And coincidentally, she only lives 2 hours away, right? And so we both came from the same small town and moved to kind of the same area. And I'm so blessed that she and her fiance are here. But I think the day that I left was so, like, nerve-wracking. Like, packing the U-Haul was so unreal for me. And I don't think it hit me until I was maybe, like, halfway here. You know, that it's like...
on that 12-hour drive.
Oh, my God, that drive. But, you know, I'm just like, wow, I'm really doing this. And I'm proud of myself for doing it.
Me too.
Like,
I give you so many... kudos for doing it, not only leaving, but doing it by yourself, because I had John as my kind of shoulder to lean on,
right? And
you did it solo, and I can't even imagine. I can't even wrap my head around how that must have been.
I guess, like, just telling yourself, like, just do it. Honestly, just do it. Like, don't even think twice, because when you start thinking, you, like, psych yourself out. So, you know,
it's true.
I took the offer, I packed my stuff, I left, and now I'm almost half a year in, and
gosh,
we're just
seems
different
like
people.
You just moved here yesterday.
I
it's
swear.
crazy.
Oh my gosh. Also, if you ever move, get some movers to help you, please. Cause
can we tell them that story?
Yes. Okay. So the story about when I moved over.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Someone had offered a moving company to help me move all my furniture into my apartment, right? And I was not thinking. I was just so excited to see my friends. And I turned the offer down. And I'm just like, no, I know people. They're going to come help me.
So I was like, oh my gosh, you're here. John and I will come help you move. We'll be up this weekend. We can help you unpack your U-Haul. And Ricky was like, okay, cool. Like, it's just a few things. So John and I drive 2 hours to go see our friend. And we get there and we learn that he lives on a second floor in an apartment complex with stairs. You know, but cool. You know, you just have a few things. No biggie. We open up this guy's U-Haul, and it's just like his whole life packed inside this U-Haul. His bed, his couch, his TVs, hundreds of boxes. Like,
they're like, it's a few things. No, it was like a lot of furniture.
Poor John, like, did a lot of lifting, and, you know, it's not that we obviously didn't mind. It was just like, why did you turn down the moving company again? Like,
and I didn't ask myself that, I think, until after we were done. Like, we were almost done, and I'm like, oh, by the way, guys, like, someone offered to help me move my stuff in.
And I was like, okay, bye.
Why did you take it? So, yeah.
I just want to also say that I've really made friends up here, and I love my friends. If any of you are watching, like, thank you guys so much for helping me get through that rough transition period. But when you moved up here, it was like a little piece of home. And even hanging out with you makes me feel
so much better.
Comfortable. Yeah. I mean, I get homesick. It's been 3 years. You know, I still go home to visit, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm away from my friends and family. So when you moved up here, it was like, oh my gosh, somebody that knows my story, who knows where I come from, somebody that can share this experience with me.
The stories that we have from back home, you know, the way we were raised, and I don't know, just our beliefs, like, from a small town transitioning to such a big state is really crazy, but it's possible. Like, literally just get up and do it, and doing it alone, like you mentioned, honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, it's all in your head. I promise you, it's all in your head. Like, the fact that they did it was, like, enough for me to get up and go and leave.
Anything worth doing is not easy.
Right, that part.
And I will say that the first 6 months that we lived up here was probably one of the lowest periods of my life. You know, I had never known anything other than Yuma. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to stay.
Push through it.
But
like,
we did. We pushed through it.
Yeah.
I pushed through, you know, that low point.
6 months.
And now
it helps you grow. Like, I'm so proud of both of us. We are so, like, completely different people, and
yes,
watching someone that you've known for so long, like, grow, like, it makes a big impact on you, and, like, you know, affects you. So if you have people, you know, in different states, like, and you just want to get up and leave your town, pick somewhere close to them because you know someone close. I don't know. Just do it.
You guys can do it.
Do the damn thing.
But Yuma, I don't want it to seem like we're talking negatively. It's definitely a great town to be in. It's just, I felt like it was lacking an opportunity for myself.
Depending on who you are, right? Like, your growth is hindered sometimes when you're in an area. What's that saying where it's like, you put a shark in, like, a tank and it only grows so many feet, but you throw the shark into the ocean and it grows even bigger?
I love that.
Right? Is that a thing? Am I making that up?
I thought goldfish were the ones that grew.
Some type of animal, some fish.
Some sort of fish.
Branch out. Dip your feet into the ocean, please. Since we've been here, it's been a lot of fun. Like she was just saying, I think her being here also has been easier. We've had several trips and wild stories that we're going to get into other episodes also. So stay tuned for those. The first one, I think, is Vegas.
For your birthday.
In February. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm in a new state. I'm a new bitch. Let's go do something big. Like, oh my God, do we not deserve it? Like, do we not all work hard for the stuff that we have?
True.
So I was like, Trista, John, let's go to Vegas. And it was amazing. Like, pick the right people to go with you.
It was so much fun. I do want to say that we were careful when it came to COVID. I don't want it to seem like we were going out and partying and not taking it seriously, because we did and we do. But that was so much fun.
We sprayed everything with Lysol.
It's like, work hard.
And play hard.
You know, and it was such a fun trip. I had never been to Vegas as an adult, and it was such a fun weekend. We ended up getting a limo thanks to one of our friends.
Thank you, David.
Yes, shout out to David. And it was so spur of the moment that it was like, hey, we're getting a limo tonight to dinner to Hell's Kitchen.
That part.
And it's something that I'll never forget. Like, such an experience.
I'm so happy that we're here, that we're actually doing this.
Isn't it kind of like surreal?
I don't know what that means.
It's okay.
What does that mean? Like,
it's like
hard to believe, I guess?
Hard to believe,
okay, yeah. No, it is. And you won't experience it until you do it, right? Like, I feel like now that we're all getting older, it's like, let's do these things that we want to do with the people that we love and make some memories. That's what this is about.
Yeah. Another one of the trips that we took kind of more recently was Yosemite for John's birthday. We ended up getting an Airbnb with some friends.
Oh my god, that house though.
The house that we stayed in was huge. It was like a old colonial home.
It's an old looking style house. It was really beautiful. You did a great job picking that out.
Oh,
I'm so like, the next Airbnb I pick out, I'm just gonna have you pick it.
Oh, okay. I got you. I went through the Airbnb site for like hours trying to pick which one. But we ended up getting this huge Airbnb. I mean, how many rooms was that? Like 4?
4, I believe.
But it was 2 stories. It had a pool table, a hot tub. Like
the hot tub.
Hot Tub Confessions.
Our first name for this podcast was going to be Hot Tub Confessions.
And then we realized
we don't have hot tubs.
How would we make that happen? Are we going to get the kiddie pool in the backyard and just sit in it?
That part, I was like, let's just break into random hot tubs and
yes,
have our podcast.
He honestly said that. He honestly did.
It was good. So, yeah, it's been really good since we've moved up here. You know, I think we're really blessed to have each other. This podcast is going to focus a lot on, just normal people stuff, like moving and growing up and updates on us
navigating
and
our lives in our mid-20s and
our mid-20s.
Yeah. Our late early 20s.
Early 20s.
But, kind of just hot topics and things that come up that we want to talk about, and you guys are more than welcome to join the conversation.
Honestly,
we'd love suggestions.
Give us feedback, give us stuff you want to hear about. I promise we're funny as fuck, right? We just need to let these nerves go. I'm really glad that you guys are listening to us and watching this. Comment on stuff you want us to talk about.
We have some ideas. We definitely have some ideas for some upcoming episodes, but we need your guys' support. So.
That part, because you guys are our friends and family, and for those of you who are new and joining us, you are also our friends and family. We have an idea that this podcast is going to turn into this big thing people do on YouTube and stuff, and we cannot do that unless you guys help us out.
We can only hope. Fingers crossed. We'd love for it to pop off.
I can't cross this finger. Fingers crossed.
But if you guys could this YouTube channel, our Instagram.
The videos, yeah. We have an Instagram page coming up. Click the links that we've been sharing and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Even if you're not on YouTube, help us out. Help some bitches out. We're gonna try to do weekly episodes. Saturdays
is what we're gonna aim for every week. You guys may not know this, but we both work full-time jobs. I think both of us work about 50 hours a week. You might even work more than that.
I'm doing 70 to 80.
Oh,
yeah.
It's great. And he works graveyard on top of it. This poor guy has not slept. He worked last night.
24 hours.
I feel so bad. But I work all day. He works all night. And it's so funny because when he gets off, I'm literally going in.
She's waking up or getting ready for work. And I call her every morning when I'm getting out of work. And we have these ridiculous phone calls that we now want to include you guys in. So that's what this is for also.
So bear with us while we figure out the schedule and
stay tuned. I think we want the next episode to be a what did we say? A Q&A?
A Q&A. I think that would be so exciting because I want to know what you guys want to know about us.
That part. I'm low-key nervous for the people that we know.
They're gonna embarrass us. They're gonna be like, remember that one time when you threw up at the crest?
I'm like, which time?
Oh, every time. But we definitely want to hear some questions and answer those. And I'm a pretty open book. I think you are too.
Same.
I think that would just be a fun way for you guys to get to know us even more. And
so send us your questions.
There'll be some wild cards for sure.
Yeah, give us some interesting questions. Feel free to comment on our YouTube channel. The link is on most of our social media. We're also creating a Instagram page specifically for the Sparxx.
All of that will be linked down below, so you can comment on either one with your burning questions.
Your burning questions.
Your burning questions.
I love that. Okay, that's the name of the next episode, guys. Burning questions.
Episode 2, burning questions.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're gonna call it a day. We really appreciate you guys.
We're gonna try to make the next couple episodes longer, but I think this was a great start. I think we did amazing.
I'm so proud of us.
I'm proud of you.
Starts crying. Keep up with us, right? We're also gonna be doing merchandise. We don't know the time frame, but I just want our logo and stuff out there. Like, you guys mean a lot to us, so we want you guys to be a part of this. And
we have such a great connection, a great friendship, and I think that you guys will really enjoy listening to us. So,
all right, guys, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you again. We appreciate you. I'm Ricky.
This is Trista.
And this is
the Sparxx. Bye, guys.